Good afternoon everyone and welcome to a brand new series of Dartsmans Case Secret Life with yours truly. I've been asked by many people when the next series will start, and I'm delighted to say due to high popularity I've agreed to continue making more videos. Well, I've decided to kick off this series talking about mental health and how it affects me on a day-to-day basis, and I hope others in my situation will feel comfortable in coming out. I'll briefly explain how my mental health all started, and it was back in 2002 when I started self-harming at school. I was bullied by other students. I was also bullied at college, and as well as being bullied by male colleagues at my first paid job at Netto. 2010 I was diagnosed with depression and anxiety, which I started taking antidepressants called citalopram. Now, I do also like alcoholic beverages, which is okay to do time to time, but really you should try and avoid it when being treated for depression. I've been barred from places in Newcastle and other parts of the region for self-harming a few times many years ago. It was down to me either accessing my limits, or I've had confrontations with people which both affected my physical and mental state. But after a while away from the banned places, I was allowed back in, and I occasionally like to go back and visit them and stick to sensible limits as well as relax and enjoy a night out. I used to mix with the wrong crowd down the bars and sometimes put myself in vulnerable situations. I've twice been punched. I've even had a black eye by a city centre taxi driver when I was provoked by two lads in his car, and I hit the side of the taxi in a fit of rage, which I admit was silly. But I've managed to get him stripped of his licence through a complaint to the council and to the police. And when I spoke to the police, I agreed not to press charges when I found out that he relinquished his licence. A few people have also said I should have friends accompanying me when I'm out downtown. I underwent counselling and cognitive behavioural therapy. I found both sessions were really helpful and useful. It was like a cloud had lifted off my shoulders. The counsellor was understanding, and it was great to talk to someone who was a stranger, and she has 20 years experience in the profession. The cognitive behavioural therapy was also interested to take part in. We had talked about how every person in the UK has different kinds of behaviours, a bit like animals, cats and dogs. And also I think when people give me constructive criticism in a harsh and negative way, it can make me feel anxious, depressed, upset and irritable. These feelings take a very long time to overcome. I've had this occurring around family, work, venues in town, and basically people in the community. I remembered breaking down in the sessions of counselling about how sometimes alcohol can have a negative impact on my life. Well, I've cut down on alcohol and I haven't touched a drop since the 7th of January. I've talked about how I can do better things with my life and see that there's more to life than going to Newcastle getting drunk. The tablets I'm on now, as I realise the ones that I was on didn't work, is sertraline, 150 milligrams. When the weeks went by, I noticed a huge difference in my moods. I felt so in control, more able to cope. This year I'm hoping to go travelling, have a break from home life. These type of things I find very therapeutic and relaxing. And I can tell you also what's good for mental health: exercise. Even if you're walking so much on the treadmill, whether you're lifting weights on the rowing machine. The gym I'm going to at the minute is called the YMCA gym. It's not far from me. It's a brilliant venue and the prices are very reasonable. I had an induction with a lovely lady named Helen. She showed me around and how to use equipment safely. What I'm going to do there also is classes like kickboxing, which will be a huge booster for my health. And it's gold for letting all that anger out. Also, I want you to know, if you're on the same tablets as me, and if you feel like you want to come off them, don't stop taking them suddenly. The withdrawal symptoms are bloody horrendous. Keep taking the prescribed dosage, and in time the difference will be a lot easier to notice. A lot of people have said I'm more relaxed and more happier when on them. Also, a message to the negative and critical viewers: I don't give a rat's behind if my videos are stupid or even random. I also don't even care if you dislike me, because I'm not all about negativity. And you ain't worth a second thought. Not everyone's nice in the world, I will admit that, but I'm always nice to others and I expect the same courtesy back. I'll always keep respecting everyone regardless. But a lot of changes are happening and I'll be back up to the top of the ladder. When I resigned from Poundland, I started a voluntary job at Marie Curie, to which I'm still doing this day. I made fabulous new friends. Yes, Ginny Elizabeth, I know you'll be watching this. The viewers who have met Ginny and her friend Linda on the last series on the ferry, thank you so much, girls, for being a friend. And I look forward to many years to come with our utterly ridiculously mad antics. Now, I love Ginny's pussycats, Well, she has 4 gorgeous cats, 2 boys and 2 girls. Blue, Ginger, Daisy and Tilly. Ginny, I think once we are teetotal after 30 odd days, we should have a night up the sea together with the girls. Also a big shout out to Alison Green and her friend, the lovely pet pigeon out the back car park, Ozzy. She's going to kill us for saying that. And Linda, hello, also Tony and Jill. But in regards to the gym and the exercise classes, I also recommend that as a replacement for whenever you are low and you feel like you want to self-harm, etc. Remember, do not feel ashamed about mental health whatsoever. I did this video because I wanted to reach out to people in my shoes, and I want them all to know that you should never feel alone and don't think that you need to suffer alone. Whenever you're down and it's a lot worse than what you think, there is help out there. Don't be afraid to ask for it. I speak to the Samaritans when I'm down as well sometimes because they are great, non-judgmental, and they ask you questions as well as help you find the right solution to the right path of making choices in life. You can phone them up, email them or write them a letter. Visit samaritans.org.uk. Also, I'm happy to listen to others in need for a shoulder to cry on as well. I hope this video has made you feel a little bit comfortable and happy, and I wouldn't wish anyone to be in my shoes. And remember this, mental health is not a crime. Don't be ashamed. Together we will kick its arse and have the people laughing at us. And I want to say a big hello to Channel 5 newsreader India Willoughby. Thank you for your Twitter reply and good luck in the Big Brother house. Thank you for watching, people. Until the next time, goodbye.